SpaceX is not fully gone from California yet, but the company is clearly moving its focus to Texas. Recently, a judge in Los Angeles, Stanley Blumenfeld Junior, accepted SpaceX's complaint that the California Coastal Commission acted unfairly against the company. SpaceX believes this happened because of Elon Musk's political opinions. This court decision is a big setback for California's attempt to limit SpaceX's progress. Even though some rocket launches will still happen in California for now, the main operations are shifting. SpaceX is planning to move its headquarters to Texas. The company is speeding up all its development work in Texas, and this shows a big change in where it wants to go in the future. So what happened between SpaceX and California? Why is SpaceX leaving the state it has called home for more than 20 years? The situation got worse when the California Coastal Commission said no to a request from the United States Air Force. The Air Force had asked for permission to increase the number of Falcon 9 rocket launches at Vandenberg Space Force Base. They wanted to raise the number from 36 launches a year to 50. The base is located in Santa Barbara County. The California Coastal Commission said that most of these launches were not for the military. Instead, they were commercial launches, like putting Starlink internet satellites into space. Because of that, the commission said SpaceX needed to meet California state rules and get a special permit to do these kinds of launches. They also said that so many launches could hurt wildlife near the coast and cause problems for nearby communities. So they wanted SpaceX to apply for a special coastal permit before doing more launches, but SpaceX said this was unfair. They believed that the commission was using these rules as a way to punish the company because of Elon Musk's public political opinions. SpaceX said one of the members of the Coastal Commission had even accused Musk of spreading false political information online. Musk said that what he posts online had nothing to do with the commission's decision. At first, a judge dismissed SpaceX's case, saying that they had not shown how they were hurt by the commission's actions. But the judge gave them another chance to try again. SpaceX came back with more details and stronger points. They explained how the commission's actions could cause real problems for the company. This time, the court allowed the case to go forward. SpaceX wanted the court to limit the power of the California Coastal Commission when it comes to rocket launches. SpaceX believes the commission is too strict, not helping the space industry, and even hurting national security. Instead of supporting a company that is helping the United States stay strong in space, California officials have chosen to slow things down. They have added more rules and delays that make it harder for SpaceX to do its job. Even though the United States Air Force had already approved the launches, the Coastal Commission was still blocking them. Rocket launches from companies like SpaceX play a major role in national defense and emergency response. If launches are delayed, it slows down the whole system. One clear example of this is Starlink. The satellite internet service from SpaceX has helped in big ways. In the war in Ukraine, Starlink was often the only way for people to get internet in war zones and remote places. It became a key tool for Ukraine's defense. Ukraine's digital minister said Starlink was the heart of their entire communication system. It has helped them a lot during the war. That shows how much power these space systems can have in times of crisis. SpaceX is also building something called Starshield. This is a special version of the Starlink network made for the United States military. Starshield is designed for three things: watching the Earth from space, military communication, and carrying important equipment. Even Jared Isaacman, a billionaire who works with SpaceX, said that the decision to allow or block launches should not depend on Elon Musk's opinions. He said most rockets launched from Vandenberg Space Force Base are for the United States military and help protect the country. Right now, SpaceX's case against the California Coastal Commission is moving forward, but it is still early. The court has only said the case can continue. SpaceX still has to bring more proof to win. If they cannot show that they were truly harmed, the court may stop the case again. So California's side of the argument is not completely wrong. They still have some strong points, and it may stop SpaceX from winning the lawsuit in the end. But something else happened that makes things more interesting. The United States Air Force, which runs Vandenberg Space Force Base, has given SpaceX the green light. They are letting the company double the number of rocket launches there. This is a big message to California's government. Your rules are not working. Not only is SpaceX getting approval for 50 launches per year, the Air Force is also looking at letting them do 100 launches every year from Vandenberg. That is a huge number. It also means that SpaceX can launch bigger rockets like Falcon Heavy from California. The United States military knows that rockets like Falcon Heavy are very important. Falcon Heavy can carry very large satellites for missions like spying, secure communications, and watching global threats from space. These are not small tasks. That is why the Air Force sees SpaceX as a key partner. They believe the benefits of these launches are more important than the environmental concerns raised by the California Coastal Commission. The military also looked at the possible impact on the environment. They released a report showing that the changes SpaceX wants to make at Vandenberg will not harm local water or animals in a serious way. SpaceX plans to build 2 new landing pads for rocket boosters and update the launch pad so that it can handle both Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy. They also studied the noise levels, water usage, and effects on wildlife. Government agencies like the United States Fish and Wildlife Service and the Federal Aviation Administration all agreed that the impacts are small and will not threaten endangered animals. SpaceX will also take extra steps to protect the local environment. In the end, this means more launches, more jobs, and more activity for California. So even though California state officials tried to limit SpaceX, the decision by the Air Force overrides that and brings clear benefits. But the fight with California has already pushed SpaceX to look elsewhere. That is why Texas is now becoming the main center of action. In Texas, the rules are simpler, and the support is stronger. SpaceX is growing quickly there, especially at its launch site called Starbase. Starbase is the home of the Starship rocket, which is the most powerful rocket ever made. It is also where SpaceX is building something new and important, an air separation unit. This new facility will help SpaceX make its own liquid oxygen. This is a key ingredient used to power Starship. Right now, SpaceX depends on outside companies to bring liquid oxygen in large trucks. This is risky and slows things down. With the new air separation unit, SpaceX can make the oxygen right at Starbase. That means no more delays from outside deliveries. It also means fewer trucks on the road, which makes the area safer and less crowded. Each Starship launch uses hundreds of tons of oxygen. So having a local supply makes a big difference. This new plant can make 700 tons of oxygen every day. That is enough to support about 60 Starship launches per year. That is more than one launch every week. SpaceX is turning Starbase into a place where everything happens in one spot. The design, the building, the testing, the launch, and even the fueling all happen in the same location. This helps the company save time and money. It also means they can control every part of the process and make changes quickly. This is how SpaceX will grow and launch more missions in the future. So while California's restrictions may have slowed SpaceX down for a while, they could not stop it. SpaceX is now moving forward faster than ever, with the help of Texas, the support of the military, and a plan that goes far beyond state borders. The future of space might still launch from California, but its heart now clearly beats in Texas.